Taking a test on TopHat is different than taking a quiz during lecture. Therefore, I thought I better make a small video to show you the difference in between. Now, I've set up an account so that I can pretend I'm a student. So on the screen that you're seeing, I am the student. So when you log in, you'll get this obviously on your screen. Now ignore up here it says ATSC 110. Your test will be in ATSC 310. I'm just using this for demo purposes. Now the big thing is usually, when I open up the presentation, you'll get something on your screen because you're in classroom mode. But what we're going to have to look at here is assigned. So I'm going to click on that. Now it says assigned homework and review. Nothing's there yet. So I'm going to go over and play instructor, and I have a little bit of a practice test to run through. And so I'm going to click on assign for that feature. And now you can see, now that I assigned it, it opened up. And the 4 up here says that there's 4 questions to be answered. Now I'm going to be able to set this to a timer, and your test will probably be about 1 hour long. So I can have it start right at noon and have it close at 1 p.m. Now the nice thing about taking the test is the individual questions are not timed. The whole test is timed, much like you're taking a paper product. So I just have 4 questions. The first question is kind of a matching one. We'll go through that sequence. Question number 2, just a good old true and false question. Question number 3, again, pick the correct answer. So, and question number 4, I can do short or long answer type questions. Okay, so let's go back to the top one. For a matching, here I gave you straight line flow with the jet stream, and I asked in quadrant A what type of vorticity field would be found. Now here's the kicker though, there's no partial credit. You must get both A and B correct to get the 1 point. If you get one of them correct and not the other one, it's not going to give it half a point. That's just a flaw within the grading of this particular software package. So be careful. So quadrant A over here, I'm going to pick NBA. So go down there and drag it up, put it in that spot. And B, I'm pretty confident that that is PVA. So I'm going to grab that and put it in there. So again, don't worry about these 2 letters here. Quadrant A, NBA, quadrant B, PVA. And your other choices were neutral or unknown. Okay, once you're satisfied, hit submit. Now I did give you a chance. If you want to change your answer, you'll have 1 more attempt left to do that. Now this one, zonal flow, is very favorable, is a favorable for creating a Chinook wind event on the leeward side of the Rocky Mountains. Since the flow will be basically perpendicular to the Rocky Mountains, causing compressional heating on the leeward side, that indeed is a true statement. And notice it turned a light blue when I picked it, and then when I submit it, it turns more of a gray color as well. Question number 3, which fog type could develop when a warm moist air mass moves over a colder snowpack? We've had some of that here recently in Grand Forks, and that is the case of advection fog. Submit and done. Now for the this one, please explain the difference between a minor and a major shortwave. Now you are just going to have to go in and type a few things, and so for me, I'm going to say the minor wave is only found on 1 map, and the major wave is found on more than 1 map. So that's true. And then you could add more too. You know, a minor wave typically is not associated with temperature advection. For a major short wave is associated with temperature advection. Now, for these, once you hit submit, you're not going to be able to go back in and modify these. So hit submit, and then that one is done. Okay, so that completes the 4 questions. And if you go up here and take a look, you'll see that it indeed says 0 unanswered, so you did complete the test. Now, a couple other things is that you should use, now that most of you are at home, you should use a computer. Maybe you have a tower, a better computer at home, or obviously most of you have a laptop. And worst case scenario, a notepad. Do not use your phone. There's going to be graphics within the test, and the screen will not be big enough to use the TopHat app on your phone. So if you're at home, go ahead and use your folks' computer system or your laptop, or a notepad is what I would recommend. So when you're done, you hit submit. There's nothing else to do. The grades will get calculated. Once I have all the students in at 1 o'clock, then I'll start grading the materials, and then I will post the grades on the EZ LMS site. So again, just I think you'll find this pretty convenient. When I give you the final exam, though, that's going to go back to a paper project because it's more of a take-home test. Now, this particular test that I give you, it will be 50 questions long. And I can't stop you from having your books next to you or your notes. And so indeed, it is a partial open source test. But you only have 1 hour to do it. And so if you're uncomfortable with the material and the topics and you're trying to look up every single answer, I don't think you're going to have enough time to do it. So you have to know some of the material. You have to be able to answer some of these questions fairly quickly. So just give me a heads up that you do have to study for this thing, even though you could have an open book next to you. So okay, so I hope this helped you out. Again, the test will be on Wednesday, April 1st, from noon to 1 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So adjust accordingly depending on what time zone you're currently in. Okay, good luck with your studies, and we'll talk again soon. I'll be working on the stability indices videos tomorrow, and I'll get those up before this weekend. Bye-bye.